Um, just like how you use mat as a prop. Sometimes we use chairs as props, walls as props. Teachers are also props to be I wouldn't say discarded. You could say grow out of. So teachers teachers are props to use to establish a good practice. And then it is a personal journey anyway, from the very beginning. So personal practice is to establish that is very important. But as long as you need, I am here as a prop for you. With that, let us begin again. Any comfortable seated posture. Three deep breaths. After taking three deep breaths, observe in your nostrils air going in and out with normal breathing. Observing the breath going through the nostrils is the most ordinary thing. And yet, it is extraordinary in getting us home, bringing us back. And home is here and now. Our mind has a tendency to travel in time. But it can also come home. So let's come home. Not in a forced way, in a very relaxed way. Simply observing the breath in your nostrils, air going in and out, that's all. And if the mind wanders and travels in time to the past or the future, and the moment you notice, you're already back home. Our mind travels so much that we are uncomfortable being at home. Relax at home. Palms to the heart center. Namaskaram. Thinking of a person that you love and respect. Dedicating this Hatha Yoga session to that person living on chin to the chest. Opening your eyes. Inhaling, taking the arms by the side, pressing the palms, looking up. Exhaling, arms coming down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. One last round. Inhaling. Exhaling. Release. Come up to standing. Broad stance. 70% of your maximum. Broad stance. Look down at your feet, parallel to each other. Toes are pointing directly forward. The inside of your feet are parallel to each other. Inhaling, take your arms up, move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up, inhale. Exhaling, bending from the hips forward, hug yourself tightly with the arms going across your chest. Head going down toward the mat, knees can be bent as you exhale. 4 more rounds. You can bend your knees as you bend forward, allowing the roof of your head to go down toward the mat. You will also feel the posture on your inner thighs and glutes. Coordinate with breath. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the waist. Take a deep exhale. Arms to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhale, center. Exhaling, bending toward the right leg. Right arm hanging behind the right leg. Left arm reach us up toward the ceiling and then take it toward your right wall. Right ear falling down to the right shoulder. Inhaling, come back to center. Exhaling, go the other way. Reach up with the upper arm and then take it to the ball. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the waist. Remember, the main practice is loving attention to what is happening right now, which is to be at home and being as diligent as you can be without aggression. There is nothing that you need to prove to anybody. It does not matter what others are doing or not doing. It's irrelevant. You don't even have to prove anything to yourself. Simply reach for your edge with diligence, wisely honoring the edge, all the while paying loving attention to your own experience. That's all. Take a deep breath, arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhale, center. Exhaling, twisting to the right as much as you can. Turn your head, look past the right shoulder. Inhaling, center. Next exhalation, twisting to the left. Turn your head. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the wrist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Remember when we started, we sat down and we came home. That is an important part of the yoga practice, to be coming home. So I really encourage all of us to be on the mat at 6 o'clock. So we can all be centered, and then the movement begins. Just as we started with noticing the breath, which is happening now, all the movements, you are following the instructions and the movements are happening right now. And when our mind is paying attention to the experience that is flowing right now, it is at home. And we want the mind to be comfortable being at home, whether the experience is pleasant or not. That is the main practice. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Slightly turn your toes outward. Inhale, bending your knees, sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you as much as you can. Bend the knees are going toward the toes, and you bend your knees and you're sitting back. Exhaling, coming up to center. 4 more rounds. Bend your knees as much as you can, and then exhaling, straighten up. Keep the back straight. Your arms and the back are in alignment throughout the practice. After completing 5 rounds, release the arms, bring your feet comfortably closer. Stand relaxed. Today, after the initial classic Surya Namaskara practice that you're going to do on your own, we'll practice Surya Namaskara A variation and B variation, depending on how much time we have. Front to the mat, Tadasana. Standing tall like a mountain. Majestic, stable, solid. Whether there is a storm or a breeze, whether there is a rain or shine, the mountain is majestic. Namaskaram. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara with loving attention and diligence. Begin. Coordinate with breath. Remember, we are training our mind to be at home, feeling comfortable at home, whether the experience is pleasant or not. And so if the mind travels out of the home, begin again. Come home. After completing 3 rounds, separate your feet comfortably. Stand relaxed. And even as you stand relaxed, be comfortable at home, which is to be paying attention to the current flow of experience. You could be at home watching the breath normalize. You could be at home acknowledging the different parts of the body that are calling your attention. You could be at home with your emotions. Happy, and sad, frustrated, bored, stressed, lonely. These emotions are just like the breath. They move and you can watch them move and be at home that way. Three deep breaths. Surya Namaskara, practice the A. Tadasana, feet close together, standing tall like a mountain. Now, next inhalation, sweep your arms by the side and take the arms all the way up and press the palms. Inhaling. Urdhva Hasta. Sweep your arms up by the side. So you take the arms by the side and then take it all the way up and press the palms. Urdhva Hasta. Next exhalation. Take your arms by the side as you bend forward, Uttanasana. Head down. You can bend your knees. Allow the roof of your head to go down toward the mat as best as you can. Even as you bend your knees, your abdomen connecting with the thighs, shoulders completely relaxed, head completely relaxed, almost with an attitude of surrender. Next inhalation, take your fingertips all the way to the mat and look up and flatten your back, Ardha Uttana. Look to the front, look up and flatten your back. Your fingertips on the mat by the sides of your feet. You can bend your knees enough. And then bend more to place your palms on the mat, jump back or walk back to plank posture. Next exhalation, bend your elbows and come to Chaturanga Dandasana. If you need to drop your knees down, do that. Bend your elbows and come to Chaturanga. Next inhalation, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Knees down, toes pointing back. Press the palms and look to the front. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Santo, press the palms and straighten the elbows. Yes, 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 yes. And finally, take the knees also off the mat. That is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. The roof of your head is going toward the ceiling. Then drop your knees down, tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 deep breaths, resting in Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3, 2, 1. Lift your head and look at your palms or hands. Jump forward or walk forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Ardha Uttana. Santo, as you jump forward, you end in Ardha Uttana. Next exhalation, head down, Uttana. For full forward bend, surrender. Next inhalation, sweep your arms by the side, take it all the way up, Urdhva Hasta. Next exhalation, Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms, stand relaxed. Surya Namaskara. We practiced this before. We'll practice this 2 more times before we approach Surya Namaskara B, which is slightly different with more postures. Take a deep breath. Remember, all the movements, postures are to apply your diligence, which is as best as you can. Only as best as you can today, not as you could yesterday or not as you would tomorrow. So all the postures are to bring your diligence and to continuously pay attention to your own experience as you diligently follow the instructions. The form does not matter. How I look in this posture does not matter. How others look in their postures does not matter. How you are diligent and how you feel in the posture is the only relevant practice. Second round, Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, Urdhva Hasta. Take your arms up by the sides, press the palms. Next exhalation, sweep your arms down by the side, take your head down all the way, Uttanasana. Next inhalation, lift your head up and flatten your back, Ardha Uttanasana. Then jump back or walk back, Palakasana. Then those who need can drop the knees down as you bend your elbows. Others, Chaturanga Dandasana. From Chaturanga Dandasana, knees down, toes back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And finally, take the knees also off the mat. And then knees down, tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Lift your head, look at your hands, jump forward or walk forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Next exhalation, Uttanasana, surrender. Next inhalation, sweep your arms by the side, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms, separate your feet, stand relaxed. This, since we are used to classic Surya Namaskara, this might be a little more vigorous. Surya Namaskara B will be even more vigorous. Remember, there is no perfection. Just understand the spirit of the posture. Pay attention. That's all. Take a deep breath. Third round of Surya Namaskara A practice. Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Urdhva Hastasana. Sweeping your arms by the side, pressing the palms up. Next exhalation, Uttanasana. Sweep your arms by the side, take your fingertips all the way to the floor, head down. You can bend your knees. Next inhalation, lifting your head up and flattening your back, Ardha Uttanasana. Then jumping back or walking back, Falakasana. Next, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you need support, knees down and then bend your elbows and bring the chest down toward the mat, not all the way down. Next, inhalation, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Knees down, toes pointing back. Press the elbows, straighten up the elbows. Roof of your head is going toward the ceiling. And then knees off the mat. Then next exhalation, knees down, tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 deep, relaxing breaths. 3, 2, 1. Lift your head up, look at your hands, Jump forward or walk forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Next, exhalation, Uttanasana, full forward bend, surrender. Next, inhalation, Urdhva Hastasana. Next exhalation, Namaskar Mudra. Separate your feet, relax your arms. Being comfortable at home. Our body, breath, and energies are always at home. Our mind has special powers to time travel. We do that so much, we forget our home. That's the practice. To be at home, comfortable. And meditation is being at home, sitting down. That's all. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let's practice Surya Namaskara B variation, Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, sweep your arms by the side, press the palms, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Inhaling, Utkatasana. Next, exhalation, straighten up and then bend forward, Uttanasana. Next inhalation, lift your head up, Ardha Uttanasana, flatten your back. Fingertips by the side of your feet. You can bend your knees, not a problem. Jump back or walk back, Palakasana, plank posture. Next, exhalation, knees down if you need, otherwise, Chaturanga Dandasana. Next, inhalation, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Toes pointing back, knees down, toes pointing back. Lift the roof of your head toward the ceiling. And then finally, knees also off the mat. Then, next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Next, inhalation, right foot forward, Ashva. Place the back foot flat on the mat. Inhaling, Virabhadrasana, first variation. Sweep your arms up. Keep front knee bent. Virabhadrasana, first variation. Next, exhalation, Ashva. Right foot back. Plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, with the knees down if you need to. Next, inhalation, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Next inhalation, left foot forward, Ashva. Place your back foot flat on the mat. Inhaling, sweep your arms up, Virabhadrasana, first variation. Exhaling, Ashva Sanchara. Left foot back, plank. Next exhalation, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you need, knees down. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And this is a resting spot. 5 deep breaths. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lift your head, look at your palms, hands. Jump forward or walk forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Next exhalation, Uttanasana. Next inhalation, sweep your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhaling, straightening up, Namaskara. Release your arms, stand relaxed. If you have any questions, please unmute and ask the question. There is no right question, wrong question, small question, big question, nothing like that. In fact, you would really be helping others who might exactly have the same question.
Jay, that Adho Mukha Svanasana where you're asking us to rest, right? Actually, I'm not getting that relaxation there. So, is it actually meant for resting, or is there any other posture where we can relax?
Are you able to bend your knees, Soumya?
Yes.
You're bending the knees and yet you're not finding it relaxing enough?
No.
It's okay. But still, the 5 breaths are to give us a break, or so I think it is designed that way. And if it is not resting, it is still more vigorous for you. But that is how it is now.
Okay.
So I would not change it. If you need, take more breaths than I count slowly, so you take deep breaths. But if you feel like taking shorter breaths, so be it. Is that okay, Soumya?
Sure. Maybe I'll try that. Thank you.
Sure. Any other very good questions, Soumya. And as you practice, by the way, if you have watched people practice Surya Namaskara B, they'll have long inhalations and long exhalations. So they will move slowly. You would think, okay, when will they go to the next posture? They will, their breaths will be long. And as you practice, this won't be strenuous. This is for those of us we are starting to practice. This will look strenuous. But Surya Namaskara B is kind of a warm-up for the Ashtanga Vinyasa practice. This is a warm-up. And so they will do it casually with no effort. Like how we did warm-up, back bend and forward bend. That is how they practice. We can also get there. It's just a matter of practice. Any other questions? Good question, Soumya. Thank you for asking that. Okay. Second round. Let's see how many more rounds we can do today. At least one more round. Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling Utkatasana. By the way, Utkatasana with the feet close together might feel a little more challenging than we normally do with the feet separated. Exhaling, standing straight, and then swan dive, as they call it, to Uttanasana. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. Jumping back or walking back, Phalakasana, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, bending your elbows. Keep the elbows close to the body as you take your body down. If you need support, knees down. Next, inhalation, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Next, exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Next, inhalation, right foot forward, Ashvasanchalana. Place the back foot flat on the mat. Inhaling, sweep your arms up, Virabhadrasana. First variation. Exhaling, Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Exhaling, Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep your elbows close to the body. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, left foot forward, Ashvasanchalana. Place the back foot flat on the mat. Inhaling, Virabhadrasana, first variation. Exhaling, Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back plank. Exhaling, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Head down. Relax as much as you can. Head completely down. Head hanging loose. Bend your knees enough so you don't feel a lot of strain on the back of your leg. Five, four, three, two, one. Lift your head, look at your hands. Jump forward, inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. Next exhalation, surrender in Uttanasana. Next inhalation, Utkatasana. Next exhalation, Urdhva Hasta, and then Namaskara. And then release your arms. Lie down on your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth, massaging your spine and the muscles supporting the spine, all the way from the base of your spine to all the way to the head. Then side to side, massaging the side muscles. You can relax your head on the mat as you go from the left side to the right side. Settle back down, release the legs, surrender in Shavasana. In practicing being comfortable at home, the mind being comfortable at home with the breath and the body and the energetic flows, which are always at home, here and now. The heart beats always here and now. The blood rushes always here and now. The breath moves always here and now. Any aches and pains, the signals are always here and now. The energetic flows on your palms or your face, on your feet, are always here and now. Let the mind also join the party here and now. Not in a forced way. Let the mind rest here and now. It's not like you're trying to catch a butterfly going here and there, but you allow it to rest on a flower, a smiling flower. Surrender. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana, come to sitting. Taking your hands back, catch the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming up. Rubbing your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massaging your closed eyes with your heated palms and gently blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you for giving me this privilege. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.